think there we go. Now we're live. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to After Game Night podcast, your favorite podcast happening every Monday, where we get to talk about games and the games we liked and topics surrounding games. And one of my favorite things about the podcast is that I get to talk with my friends and talk about them. Let's bring them on. Please give a warm welcome to Adri from Wonder Meeple.
Hey!
Hi, Adri. How are you doing today?
Good, my friend, and you?
I am doing well, thank you.
I'm glad. How was your Monday?
My Monday, it was a bit rough.
Eh?
I feel like the,
Mm.
the last Mondays have been rough, but it's always nice to end the day with talking about board games with friends, for sure.
True.
Yeah,
Yep.
excellent. Well, I think we're missing one more person to make the
We are.
perfect team. So let's please welcome Mr. Dimaski Maple to the stage.
I'm bringing myself in. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Yeah.
Great.
By the way, to the beautiful people, they don't know, but Maski Maple is the production of the podcast. So
Yes, I'm
thank
the
you.
soul of
Thank
the
you,
podcast.
production.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, production.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Every time we're doing
So,
better. At least we are
yeah,
improving. At least we are improving from the last week because we
yeah,
are live.
we are
So
live.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we're live. So please don't
yeah,
hesitate
no,
to leave
yeah,
all your
yeah.
comments down below. We
Yes,
love to read them.
please. Yes, yes, yes. Let us know. I mean,
Yes.
we want to make
So,
sure that we are live. You know.
yes, right.
Yes.
Mhm.
StreamYard could be lying to us. It could just have like
Exactly. Yeah.
live,
am
but
I
we're not really.
am I alive? Am I alive or alive?
Those are
Monday
Oh,
two different questions.
reflections. Monday
Exactly.
reflections for the shittiest day of the week. Mhm.
The best day of the week now because the games
best
Well,
day.
at some point,
at some
until
point at the
certain
end of the
point.
day.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, the end of the day doesn't count as part of the day of Mondays.
Fair
It's a
enough.
different world.
Right now, in this time, in this moment.
hmm
Yeah.
no, by the way, before you continue, I would
Mhm.
like to say that I'm very sad because you didn't ask me how I felt. I was
Well,
expecting that.
Was
I
I
had a
I figure you felt great.
I had a tremendous punchline for your introductions to come, and like, okay, yeah, yeah, just tell me, just ask him. And now it doesn't have any purpose anymore. Sorry,
Mr.
Ouchie.
but
Marsky
pretty
Maple, how
nice.
do you feel today?
Doing shitty. Thank you for asking, but I'm wearing pajamas, so that could make this better. And also, I was drinking beer, so
There you go. There you go.
That's an
PG-13.
awesome ending of your morning.
Stay hydrated.
yes, yeah, of course, yeah, that's what I
Excellent.
do.
Hmm.
Exactly, yeah. So
I
thank you,
mean,
yeah, thank you for bringing me in.
yeah. Thank
You're
you for
great.
being here with us
You're so
today.
kind.
Are you excited to talk about board games?
Sort of. No,
Sort of.
I'm always excited
Sort
about talking
of.
about. Yeah, no, I'm always
Of
excited
course. Of
talking
course.
Mm,
about board games. Come
All
on,
right.
who
Well,
doesn't?
Adri, how about you tell us what you've been playing lately? Are there any games? I know that there might be one game that we
yes.
can
Oh
both
yeah,
be excited about, but I'm gonna let
even
Adri
I'm
mention
very
this one.
excited about this. I commented that to Audrey yesterday, so I'm all ears. I'm all
Adri,
ears.
please let the
Uh,
beautiful people know.
Yes, thank you.
we are going to let you know that we finally won a Sky Team.
My
Yay.
God, I'm,
How many
I'm
times did we try?
crying.
That
I'm
was our
crying.
10th game.
10? Okay, it felt like a lot more. Well,
No,
10 games is a
Wow.
lot. 10 games is a lot, but
Mm.
we did it.
we finally
We
did it.
did it.
How many?
We
How many?
landed.
How many games far you were before you win the game? Like you say, I'm done with this game. I will not play anymore. So
We were
how many
never
games?
gonna give up.
Oh,
Maybe a
No,
100 games.
I remember. Yeah, I remember you said something last time. You were like, nah, if by
If we
the
make it
15th,
20 or
if I
50,
the
we
if
give
I
up.
the 11th
The game is
game,
broken.
yeah,
that's
terrible
definitely what's
game.
happening. Yes, it's broken.
Yes.
But you
Woo.
know what? We were close so many times. So especially the last three times, it was like one thing. There was like we were missing one thing to land the plane.
Most likely
Uh,
it was like a difference on a die or something.
yeah, like we couldn't do anything about changing the die value, and yeah, we were just screwed.
Didn't have enough coffee to change it.
Coffee.
Yeah, because
Actually,
everyone
have you
knows
played
that
it?
coffee resolves everything.
Mm.
Mass Maple, have you played it? I don't remember.
Once. and I
once.
hated it. No, just I didn't like it. Play it. Of course, we
Yeah.
lost. I played with another friend.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I remember you told us.
it was like at the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. It was like,
Mhm.
Mm,
"Hmm,
we
I'm
too.
just
Mm,
trying
Us
to
too.
put some dice. I think this is the best choice. I'm just
Yeah.
following whatever you're doing, basically, and
Yeah.
trying to do this. But then at some point, I understood that he was like, no, maybe I'm not. It doesn't have any
You
sense
really,
to put
yeah,
or
that
replicate the movement. You have to do your part.
your own thing. Yes.
mhm.
Yeah, and it's very interesting
Uh,
because from many games that we
mm,
played, I learned that there is a timing for turning on things. You know, like you do
mm-hmm.
this, you want to focus on this, and then towards the end, as we get closer to landing, now you want to get focused on this. But if
Yeah.
you didn't do this first, now you won't have time to do everything at the end. Like if you procrastinated on setting up the tires or the wheels, whatever, then towards the end. You just won't have enough dice to do everything. And yeah, that happened to us a couple times for sure.
True.
Yeah, and it happens in all games, I think, right? In general, you
Mhm.
Yep.
have to. That's when you realize. I was talking with a good friend of mine, Tara. We were
Yep.
Mhm.
discussing about another game that we normally the first time we learn and or teach a game, we
Hmm.
normally learn and or teach it wrong or incorrectly, and
Yeah.
maybe not on
Yeah.
purpose, right? It's just like maybe
It
we miss
happens.
a rules or whatever.
It happens.
So at some point, I think that if we are playing with the same rules, even if this is wrong, it's a fair game. It's a fair game because
Yeah.
we are all playing with the same rules,
Yes.
Mhm.
right? I understand we are missing, and some guys like, oh yeah, if we knew that rule,
Yeah.
I totally will do
Yeah.
it better.
But then
Fuck
that's just a
you.
good reason to play again
Yeah, of
with
course.
the
Yeah,
correct
but
rules.
I just don't like those kind of comments like, you know
Yeah.
what? If we had know this rule
I will
in
have one.
advance, we will do that better. No, of course
Yeah.
not. If we're doing
Well,
this,
yeah.
we're all playing with the same thing. And my comment comes because, in particularly these games when you need or you have to know where to activate things, is when you realize if a game is broken or not. Because even
Yeah.
if you learn that you are activating things in the correct momento of the
Mhm.
game, and it
Hmm.
still is doing like, no, I don't think this game is really good at all, or at least have the specific flow that a normal game should go. I'm not an
Mm.
expert, I'm just a gamer. I'm just talking based on experience, but that's
I'm
it.
Yeah.
learning. I'm
Yeah,
learning every
learning.
day.
Exactly. Well, Adri,
Mhm.
is there any other game that you want to
Yeah.
mention? I
Some
know that
other.
was like the top,
That
but
was the cherry on top.
Woo,
yep.
congratulations.
I
I'll
feel
have
like
to
we
be
can graduate now
I should
from.
be prepared. I should be prepared for this moment. Some bringing some,
Yeah.
sign or
Where's
something
our?
like, yeah.
Where is a festive
Where
thing?
is my
So
cake?
yeah, we should add this at some point. This fireworks effect. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
Ah,
this is your fireworks right here.
thank you. Woohoo.
Anyway,
So
yeah. What
another
else?
game I've been playing again was Fromage because I keep playing it with my
Oh yeah.
friend Julie. She keeps inviting me to that game. She says it's so good. I need to play it again. So we keep
Which
on
one?
playing
Sorry.
it. Fromage,
Fromage.
Ah, from
The
the cheese
cheese.
ones.
the
The
cheese
cheese
one.
game. Yeah, we're playing
Mhm.
one right now, and I haven't taken
Yes.
my turn because I don't know what to do. I need to
Mhm.
watch a video.
Yes,
I need to
There's,
watch
please.
a
I
video.
think there's a tutorial before you actually start
Ah,
playing.
yeah.
You can
Oh, the
read
one
it.
that I
And you
skipped.
skip it. Yeah, the one
Mm,
that you skip.
Mm,
I'm
no,
Mhm.
gonna go
don't skip
back and
it.
read it.
Don't skip it.
And
Uh-huh.
the
Uh-huh.
Okay.
other game I played, I think it was yesterday, like 10 times or more until I
Oh.
won against that guy
Ah.
because
Mm.
ooh, it
I
was
know what game you're talking about. Tell me
Pax
more.
Pamir.
Next premiere.
Ooh, Pax
Mhm.
Pamir.
I need
You
to
played 10 times.
more, I think it was more than 10 times, like
Wow.
11 times
So you're really good at it now
until I
Yeah,
finally
now I'm
won.
afraid. I'm afraid now, you
to
know.
play.
You know,
You know
I
what?
was
Yeah.
I
That's a
was
game that.
actually
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Please
I
stop
was
interrupting her.
it's okay. I was actually deciding. I was so frustrated with that Wakan guy. I just needed to win. So I kept on playing, and finally I won that, and I was so freaking happy. I couldn't believe it.
Let me
Yay!
guess. Let me wait.
Wow.
Let me guess. It was on your 10th game as well.
No, I
It
think it
was
was I don't remember, but
Yeah, it was the 10th, of course.
10th on the or 11th or something.
You
But yeah,
see, I'm
wow.
pretty sure it was the 10th, but you don't want to say it. But
I don't
So
remember it.
so you accomplished a couple victories then
Yeah,
woo,
lately.
it was a very
That's great.
I
victorious
had to. It's
weekend.
a
That's
Nice.
victorious
great.
weekend. What
All
about
right.
What
you? Más
I
que
was gonna
people.
say,
Me or
wait,
him? I don't know.
Oh,
what do you think about Pax Premier? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
the first time I played it, I loved it.
Hmm. And
I
then after
really
Then
10
I
did. I
times,
started hating it.
no, I played it physically with a friend before,
hmm
and I loved it. We had a great time playing it. I
hmm
think from that time on, I decided that I needed to get it.
hmm
So I got it from the publisher. I haven't been able to play like the solo version, but I am
hmm
training myself with BGA so I can play it
Mm,
Yep,
myself
there you go.
physically.
cool.
Okay. I
Yeah.
Nice.
really liked it. I got to play. A friend introduced it a couple of weeks ago on
Mhm.
VGA, and I didn't quite understand. But towards the end of the game, I understood like what you're trying to do, and I really liked it.
So good. And the
It's
components are so beautiful.
there is
Oh
not a
my
lot of
god.
turns, and you really are trying to manipulate the board on your favor. It's really good. I really liked it.
Yes.
And
It's really
now
good.
Excellent.
double shame on you because that frame that showed you the game wasn't me. You know I love that game. I'm a big fan. This is my top three games, if not the top one for me. And you have listening that this game in particular is one of my favorites ever. And you did an approach to me saying,
I
"Oh,
well,
Masket Maple, please show me how to play this game because I'm really interested." It's like,
it
why?
was
Why?
forced. It was a trap. I didn't have a
Mm,
choice. Well,
Mm.
that sounds like we need to get a game started. The three of us, Max Pamir. Well,
mm.
unless Wonder Maple is done.
No, we should. No, we
Let's
should.
do it.
I
Okay,
really enjoy
there
playing
you
it.
go.
Yes, let's
Put
do
it on
it.
the list. Put it on the
All
list.
right.
All right, Masking Maple. What about you? What have you been playing lately? Did you
Well,
get some physical games?
it was a very another successful gaming week
Hmm.
because I had a chance to play three games pretty
Three
much so
games.
far. The first one I played was First in Flight from
Okay.
what's the name? Genius Game. Well, Genius
Genius.
Game sent me
Okay.
the game.
Hmm.
They
Hmm.
sent me the game. I'm not 100% sure they're the only ones who publish the game, but they are the ones who sent it to me. So
Okay.
I will mention them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and surprisingly, it was really, really nice. I really like it.
Hmm.
That game is about a game that
Oh, there it is.
game, yeah, First and Flight. So
Artana Games is the other one.
that game is really nice for me. It was really nice for me. One because I don't think I can remember a game that I have played lately that has this really that makes that much sense in terms of the gameplay and the theme of the game of
Okay.
the play.
Okay.
Okay.
Even when it's just a card game, it's a deck building push your luck game
Okay.
because what you're doing is you start with a deck of cards and these cards is basically your plane, and what you're
Hmm.
trying to do is try to be the team or the guy who breaks the highest record flying the first planes ever,
Okay.
you
Okay.
know. So what you're
Okay.
doing is trying to improve your plane by adding improves to your deck with the cards. And at the same time, because this is real life, it,
Hmm.
every time you put something better, that also may cause you another unexpected issue, minor issue,
Mm.
right? So even when you gain something good, you at the same time gain something bad. But that's not the
Mm.
thing. You decided when to stop playing card because this is your determination to keep flying. Like, no, it's okay. It's gonna stabilize. Things like
Right.
that, you know.
Right. Right.
And this is you have to play cards in order to win the game. You have to every time you want to advance in the track, you have to fly a longer distance than the last
Mm.
time. You have to break your own record every time.
I
So in
see.
order to do that, you have to make some cards that allow you to do so. It's a fantastic. It was phenomenal
Sounds
because
really good.
I played two players,
Hmm.
and it was decided at the very very last turn. Then like after, it was the last turn. Then it was my wife's turn to play her turn,
Hmm.
make
Mhm.
her movement. She actually passed me with the last flight, with her last flight,
Ooh.
but then it was my turn, and I passed her with my very last turn in
Oh,
my very last card. So it was really
wow.
Oh.
exciting.
So
I was
you
like,
really
oh
pushed your
wow.
luck and it paid
No,
off.
and then, yeah, it was like this is all or nothing. So
Mm.
you can watch me now. I'm very excited just by talking about the game because it's really
Yeah.
nice. I
How
just
many
remembering the game.
how many players? Four?
Four is the maximum number of players. You can play
Okay.
it solo. You can also play it solo.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
man, I really like it. I don't know how if that it will be the same sensation, the same feeling if I play with four players. But I definitely would like to try it. So maybe next time, because on Friday I have a big gathering at home when I
Ooh,
have both of my gaming friends coming over.
okay.
So I have sitting on my tables two, four, six persons playing games.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, we only had time to play one, but that
Uh,
game that we played was a party game.
Mhm.
From my perspective, one of the most successful and I don't know, illuminated creators for party games, which is Grandpa Peck.
Yeah.
Because that man, oh god, it has a really they have like a really good games for large groups,
okay.
and it wasn't the exception. I The first time I played, actually the last week I played with my other group of friends. Cover your ass, it's
Hmm.
and when you're trying to do when you're playing cover your ass, it's we are basically playing cards and trying to make it pairs, and those pairs are open for other players to either trying to steal those cards from you,
Mm.
and the player who amass the higher amount of value on their assets is the winner. So basically,
Okay.
that's the. But it's really fun because you're competing against other players. You are fighting, and
How
then
many players can play?
I think eight. Not
Oh
sure,
wow, yeah,
but
that's a nice big number.
yeah, no, but this was really nice for larger. I mean, I played the first time with four players. It was nice. With six, it was no big difference. We enjoyed the same way, I think.
Hmm.
But it took a longer time for sure, and that's why we only had time to play with all six players.
Mhm.
Only that game, and the other after that we only have my regular group of friends that stay a little bit longer, and we with them we play Skate Summer from Pandasaurus game.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
Skate Summer, another clever game. I think it was considered one of the big revelations 2 years ago, things like that, by the
Mm.
Dice Tower. This is
Mhm.
really nice. So you're basically playing push your luck because you are playing cards to keep balance, and
Hmm.
somebody has to throw the dice, and then based on that dice numbers, you can fall from the skateboard, or you can continue with the tricks in the air. So
Oh, I see.
also very thematic, and then the second phase, traveling around the city, really nice, very explosive combos, really high number of points. So it was really fun. So those were the
Great.
three games that I played, along with a lot more in BGA. But as always, I'll try to bring in only the physical games that I normally play
Of course, of course.
in between weeks. So that's it.
Rubbing
Excellent.
rubbing
Wow.
those in our faces. Yes, thank you.
Of course.
Oh man, lucky
Lucky.
Mhm,
you.
Those are
mhm.
friendship goals. What about you,
Yeah.
Axel?
I actually got to play some physical games too. Yeah,
Woo!
this
Ooh.
weekend was a Frosthaven weekend, as we like to call it with my
Hmm.
friends.
Right.
Where we get to play some casual games on Friday, and then Saturday we play two scenarios of Frosthaven. Each
Wow.
scenario of Frosthaven, for reference, it takes us like 5 hours.
Ugh,
Literally, it's all day,
oh my
all
gosh,
Oof.
day.
that's a lot.
With breaks for eating and going to the bathroom
Pooping.
and things like that. But
Mhm.
Hmm.
the main thing of the day is playing Frosthaven. Oh man, it's
Right.
great. We love it.
Right.
We end up with a headache and we love it.
How
Um,
far how far you think you are from finish the game, the campaign?
well, we just played episode 20, or yeah, the
Wow.
20th scenario, and I think a full campaign might be 60 or something like that.
Okay,
So
so
we're
you are
one.
not even a half. Not,
No,
No,
not
okay.
even
no,
25%.
no.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mm.
but we're getting there. We've been playing for a year now. Every month we try to get together to play
Well, yeah.
one time a month.
Uh-huh.
So that's why.
Well, I
That's why.
think the investment is being settled. I mean, it worth
Oh
the
Mhm.
yeah,
investment because
we.
it will give you fun for the next 3 years at least. So
Oh, for
it's good.
sure, for sure, we're getting our
Yeah,
money's worth.
absolutely.
Yeah, and we actually won the two scenarios because there's been some times
Ooh.
where we lose the scenario, and so the next scenario we play is the same one because we
Mhm.
failed it, and that's a little bit frustrating, like
Of course, it is.
yeah, but we usually always win in the second time because we know what the scenario is asking, we know the strategy, we know what to expect. There's no surprises. We are a little bit more prepared to win this scenario.
Mhm.
But in the casual Friday, we played two games. We played a card game called Epic Spell Wizards Battle. Does that sound
Okay.
familiar? No,
Mm.
it's a take that kind of game where you're
Oof.
building.
I
Uh,
like those kind of games. Uh-huh.
yeah, it's like you're playing spell cards, and you're targeting other players' life points, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's
You have to send me
very.
the link.
Of course. Actually,
Mhm.
we have played that one before, but this time my friend brought the deck building version of the game.
Okay.
Um,
Woof.
yes.
Okay.
So it literally behaves like any other deck building where, your cards do something. You can play your whole hand to do attacking other people, and then at the end of your turn, you have your cards that you play give you some kind of currency that allow you to buy cards from the market to put in your deck for next time. Uh, yeah,
What's the name of the game? Can you tell me one again?
it's
Maybe I can find it.
epic.
Is it Epic Spell Wars?
It's Epic Spell Wars, something like
Okay,
that.
Battle of Wizards Duel.
Yes, exactly. And
Mm.
there's different versions. I think the one that's
Mm.
deck building is Armageddon or Armageddon. Hey, Happy
Mm.
Maples is on the in the
Hi,
comments.
Mandy.
Hi, Mandy. How are
Hello,
you?
Great to
thanks
We're
for
have you
having
being
the.
here.
here.
Yes, yes, yes. Is this the one you're talking about?
That is the one. Yep.
Okay, okay.
Well, that's not the deck building one, but that's the one, like the base game.
Uh,
Looks great.
Versions. Let's see the versions.
It
No,
should
maybe
be
it's the
called
same game. Maybe it's different.
Armageddon expansions, maybe.
Expansions? Are you sure?
Is
Wow.
Annihilageddon?
And yeah, Annihilageddon.
No, it's too complicated. Just show it. Well,
Yeah,
I'll just
yeah.
show this
But
one.
they have the same art. It's very casual, very like
Okay.
you play
Okay.
your 5 cards and try to do
Mhm.
damage to other wizards or the other players, and you get
Oh, I
points for it.
like that.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
geez.
Oh, bizarre art.
Nice. Dime.
yeah,
Oh, I think I hear about that. Is this yellow box with the skull with bat wings? Upside that?
maybe.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I agree with Happy Meeple. So I don't know if it's
So
Mandy.
Mandy from Happy People says we have played two versions of it. Very basic battle game. Very basic. Okay.
Yeah,
The
and
artwork is gruesome, gruesome.
yeah, it's
Mm,
definitely
mm.
PG-13. They do a lot of references
Look at
to
that.
a lot
You.
of adult topics.
Okay.
Mm,
Adult topics. How polite you sound.
Yes.
Ah, I will be adult
Yeah. So
topics.
if you're an adult
Sex,
and you
drums, and
like to
rock and
take that,
rolls. That's what it says.
Hawks the
Puke,
house.
puke.
Look at that.
yeah,
Lady
it's
Laserberg.
for me it's okay. Like
Young, young.
I
Okay.
I'm not personally like big on take that games. Unlike you.
Okay. Unlike
Uh,
you. Woo. Okay.
yeah. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, Mandy said it's not bad for us, but we couldn't play with Milo. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
agree.
of course
Yeah, I
not.
wouldn't. I wouldn't
I
either.
wouldn't do that.
Um, yeah, so we played that one. It was
Okay.
interesting. It was okay. And
Mhm.
then we played Gladius. Have you heard of Gladius?
Gladius. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes. Oh,
yeah.
but
It's a little
is it the small box with
the
the
Mm,
Roman theme?
Colosseum.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
the
is really nice. I
Colosseum.
like that one. I
Yeah,
like that.
it's very fun. It's
Yeah,
one
I
of
like
my
that
options
one.
for five
Yes.
players,
I like that.
uh,
mm,
Yes.
short-ish game.
Yes,
In the game, what you're
sir.
doing is that you are betting
oh,
on gladiators fighting on the Colosseum,
Yes.
and you're trying
mhm.
to bet on the gladiator that's gonna win.
This is the one I
There's
have
three of them every round, and the one that's gonna lose. Uh,
here.
but what's interesting is that players are gonna take turns playing. What's it called? They're gonna be playing cards, but they're trying
Here,
to.
yeah,
Yes, they're trying to. Um, what's it called? Change the outcome, right? They can help the gladiator, or they can uh, affect the
affect.
gladiator, and everything's
Mm-hmm.
played face down. So you
Mm-hmm.
don't know what other people want. You don't know if they are trying to help the gladiator or if you're trying to help them. Are we both trying to help it, or are you trying to affect it and I'm trying to help it? Or
No.
it's funny. It's funny. It's
Yeah, because
intriguing.
it's not 100%. It's not your gladiator. It's more like
No,
you are
it's just
betting for or you're expecting for one of the gladiators to win or
yes.
lose.
Yeah, because
So,
Mm,
you put your
mhm.
bet token saying like this one's gonna win. So if it doesn't win, that bet token is
But
worthless.
it's amazing because you put all the cards you have, like Axel says, face down
Yes.
behind any of the gladiators, and then they reveal the cards. They were like, "Fuck,
Yep. Yeah.
oh
Once
my,
everyone's done
oh,
playing,
surprise!" Like
you
nice.
reveal the.
surprise.
Yep. Yeah.
And every one of these guys, which are
They have their own
merchants, I
special.
think, or I don't know what they're called. I don't remember. It's been a long time since the last time I played, but they have their own special powers. Which
Yeah.
so you have to take a look and be careful on every decision.
And it's
It's
fairly
amazing.
Mm,
simple, you know. It's not
Yeah.
like super simple, but it has a couple of rules, but it plays fast and
Hmm.
okay.
No,
easy to
it's really
understand, I
nice.
think.
It's
Yeah.
really nice. Really
Yeah, I like
nice.
it. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Um,
Nice.
yeah, and those were the two other games besides Frosthaven I got to play this week. And of course, like Adri mentioned, the cherry on top is the victory on uh
Mm.
uh
Sky Team.
Sky
Sky
Team.
Team.
Yes.
Sky
It
Team.
has too many damages already.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
we were having some emotional damage from it, but we overcame it.
emotional
Emotional
damage.
damage.
Muy bien, güey. Sí.
Well,
Jinx.
before we move on to the main topic of today, we have Mandy is sharing that they play some trick-taking games,
Ooh.
namely Belomino and Seas of Strife.
I
Have you guys
never
played them?
heard.
I haven't played them.
No, Belomino.
I
Hmm.
heard about Belomino, but I haven't played it.
Seas of Strife. I'll take a
Oh
look at
Seas,
that
man,
one.
Seas
Yeah.
of Strife. I
Yeah.
think I have heard it. Let's see. Seas of
Belomino.
Strife.
Belomino. I don't know. No, it
No,
doesn't. Not even in BGA he appeared.
oh wow, are these like prototypes,
I
not public secrets?
don't know. It's yeah. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, we definitely will take a look on those because
Yeah,
yeah,
thank you for
trick-taking games
sharing.
are fun.
it's in
Yeah,
BGG.
is it?
Yeah.
I
BGA,
don't know.
Belonimo.
Belonino.
Belomino,
Belonimo.
oh okay,
I see it. 2020. I see it. Okay, okay, I got it.
I think
nice,
that's the one.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
The thing in maybe she can confirm, but yeah, this is the one. Belomino. Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
yeah,
think that's the
looks like
one.
a trick-taking game
Sound. It looks trick-taking. Trick-taking,
style.
True.
Nice.
right?
You
Yeah,
know,
with
there
the
is
number
a game
suits,
I
trump
haven't
Mm-hmm.
cards.
that I need to
Oh,
play.
okay. Hmm. Yeah, I'm talking about trick-taking games. Some of the talking back to the Grandpa Beck
Hmm.
games.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of these kind of games, and I think
Yeah.
this particular um, type of games are adequate for large group of players
Yeah.
because it's just cars,
Yeah, it can be played fast and easy to understand.
Mhm.
True.
Yeah, and I particularly like and enjoy the games that where you are always doing something and not your just playing a card, and then if you're out and you have to wait until every other player finishes.
Usually take that games that have elimination.
Yeah, but at the end of the game, it's not elimination immediately. I mean, it's like
Fair,
yeah, a complete
fair,
victory.
fair. All right, we're gonna move
Anyway,
on. We're moving
yeah.
on to the main topic of today, which is
Hmm.
something that is very important for board gamers.
Of
When we're
course,
talking about
of course. What it is?
expansions, when that box is not enough, and you're like, oh man, I wish there was more stuff for my game. This game was really like I just wish there was more content for it. And
Mm-hmm.
lucky you, there is. There usually is. There usually come out with expansions, and these
Mm,
expansions have multiple applications. Sometimes they add just more content. Sometimes
Hmm.
they change the game very drastically. Sometimes they fix the game, you know, like a patch. But in this case, I think we're
Like a
gonna approach
patch.
the question.
Okay.
We're
Uh-huh.
gonna approach the question from we're just gonna talk about the expansions that we really like, expansions or favorite expansions of base games that we really like.
Okay.
So that being said, Adri, would you like to share with us what expansions are a must-have for you or
um,
must play? Not necessarily must-have.
before we go on, do you want to read Mandy's last comments?
Oh yeah, yeah, yes, please. Let's do it. She said if you play
This is talking
four, if
about
or I think
the
she's
one of
talking
the
about
games.
Card games. Yeah.
yes. If you play two cards and one is a four, it would be a 14. She
Oh,
said if
okay.
you
So
play
it's
three,
one and
it
four
would be
makes a
20.
14.
Hmm.
Ah,
That's
Okay.
nice. If you play three, it will
Interesting.
be 24. Okay.
oh wow,
Okay.
interesting.
That's super interesting. And then it
Okay.
says Seas of Strife, the Trump suit changes, and you don't know who will win right away. You do not want to take tricks.
Okay.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fun.
Sounds
Yeah.
nice.
Like we said, this is one of the major things on trick taking games that even when they have the same base understanding on all
Yeah,
those kind of games, the
Sure.
nice thing is when they change something and they think out of the box and say, okay, let me just make this change. Sometimes
yeah,
they also have like this cooperative feeling, like in the crew, for instance. Yeah. By the
yep,
way, this is really
yep,
nice. Yeah. Yeah.
yep.
Good.
Agree,
Thank you
agree.
for sharing, Mandy. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank
Definitely
you,
take a look
bringing
at
it.
Nani.
that. Thank you. But yeah.
So we
Mhm.
sharing one expansion each, or how are we gonna do it?
Do whatever you want.
You can go. You can go ahead and mention all of them. Well,
Like,
because I specifically have like one or two only, so
I didn't do much, he says.
okay,
I
he
haven't
didn't,
played
he
that
didn't
many
do his
expansions.
homework. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna mention one, and then we'll go.
Okay, okay, we'll go one by one until you are
Yes.
out.
So the first one that I actually owned is a game that I played recently and that I got from, what's it?
I
Pax
think I have seen what are you
Paxmir.
thinking?
This is the base.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Mythic
Mythic
Mischief.
Mischief and the expansions. The one I played with is the Witches, which I really enjoyed,
Okay.
and I still need to play the Ghost and the Trolls. But these are actually adding a lot more into the game that it already had, because it had like four, um what is it called, um
Modules.
No,
monsters
Factions. Factions.
and
monsters,
factions, yeah.
factions. Yeah, factions. Correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this is
four
like a
factions,
more content kind of expansion
more
or
content,
options.
more options, in this case like pink options. I
Mm-hmm.
would say
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
options for girls. So yeah, it's
Well,
really
mm-hmm.
great. Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, not for girls, but witches. I mean,
I mean,
who
I
doesn't
like to play with the witches.
who don't love witches? Who doesn't love witches, right?
No man, this
Mm-hmm.
is a game I really want to try.
So
You
special
haven't
power,
played that one.
you need to play that
No,
Interesting.
one.
I have played
Interesting.
zero games from Ivy Studio.
Wow.
Zero
Yeah,
games,
I
Axel.
know,
That's a
I
number.
know.
Do
I'm
you live
missing
in
out.
board game?
I'm missing out.
Again?
I'm missing
So
out.
yeah, that's
You're missing everything. But no, I mean,
everything.
I
it's really
know.
nice.
I feel like we've been talking about their games in the last episodes, and I keep like, oh, I really want to play it. Oh, I really want to play it.
So you have already played it, right, Andre? The base
Yes,
and okay.
the base and the witches.
And what do you think about the game? Do you like it?
I really
How do you
enjoyed
find
it.
it?
It's really interesting because you move your pieces strategically and block the other faction, and then you have to also take care of the thumb keeper, which is also something that you need to keep in mind while you increase your powers as well. So yeah, it's so great. I really enjoyed
Mhm.
it, and I still need to play the other two factions, as I said, the ghosts and the trolls.
Mm.
Hmm.
But so far, I've been enjoying it.
So you
Nice.
think it's a must expansion for you because the base game wasn't enough, or just because you like
think it
the
will
way
give
you played
it
with
gives
more?
actually more replayability to the game. Because
Indeed.
if you played with the four factions that the base game has, it's all right. But then you will be like, hmm, what if we can add more monsters,
Mhm.
more powers?
Right.
So yeah.
Which every faction has their own signature movement, signature
Hmm.
power,
True.
but they have like similar. I think either two or three similar or same options to do
Hmm.
on their turn, like movement
Hmm.
or things like that. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's really, really interesting. I agree with that. And it's
Oof.
interesting. I mean, I also consider these expansions add definitely more replayability because more monsters, more from where to choose,
Yep.
and
True.
at the end, for me, I don't know if you feel the same, but it has this chess feeling,
Yeah.
because it's just a
Mhm.
small board.
Tactic.
It's a small board,
Tactic.
very
Tactic.
small board. At the first time they presented to me, I swear I had a completely image or a completely understanding of the game or what it was about. It
Hmm.
was like, oh, it has miniatures, it has this, it should be a combat game.
Mhm.
No, it's not.
But no,
And
it's
this is
not.
the board.
No, yeah, yeah, it's just like that.
Wow.
It's that small. The board
That
is
is
really
not very
small.
big.
Super
Yeah.
small,
And
right?
Yeah.
for me, the only concern I only have played with two players, but
Hmm.
you can play with four players,
Mm.
Yep.
and all four players should move their own pieces in that small uh, board.
Yeah.
So it is
Hmm.
like, I don't know how it
Hmm.
should do it.
And you
Trying
play
to
3 players. When you play four, is it everyone for themselves or is it teams?
teams. It has to.
Team.
You
Teams.
have to play in teams.
There's
Yeah.
always two sides. There is
Two against
no.
two. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah,
cannot
yeah.
play 3 players then.
I think one player should has two factions, and the other two
Oh.
share the other two.
Exactly. Hmm.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay. Fair enough.
I
Fair
think
enough.
I think
understand. I'm
that's
lying
the way that
probably.
that's the way that it should be playing. I think yes. But yeah, I don't remember, but
Fair enough.
most likely.
Hmm.
Well, what about you, Master Maple? Do you have
Yeah,
an expansion that
of
you are dying to talk about?
course. Yeah, of
In
course.
your
I
humble
did.
opinion, how many
I
expansions have you played?
uh,
In your
A lot?
humble opinion, I don't know, he says. That's
I
a
don't know
question you
because
should
I don't
never
have a
ask.
humble opinion. That's why. So the game I want to share what I think the expansions are most is Raiders of the North Sea. So the
Okay.
base game is really nice. I think you have enough game for new players who are trying to learn Euro games, in my opinion.
Okay.
And maybe it's not a getaway game for Euros 100%, but I consider that way because it's really straightforward. It's really
Yeah.
nice the ways the rules guide you through the idea. I
Hmm.
mean, the theme makes sense, and that was like, okay, it's fine. But at the moment I heard about, okay, but there's these expansions here available, so it
Yeah.
was like, okay, I'm curious, tell me more. So I had to try the first one. It was like, yeah, definitely, I didn't know I need this expansion. Now I know I really need it, and I didn't know. So it was the first time I realized I need an expansion for Raiders, and the first expansion I tried was, let me see, I suppose I was prepared for that one. Anyway, now why it doesn't show me the expansion? This is where isn't this stupid? Yeah, this one.
Mm,
See, Fields of Fame, and the other one is Hall of Heroes.
okay.
So yeah, so these two expansions for Raiders are just next level. This put this game
Way
also
better.
on top of
So
my
base game
list.
is okay, but with expansion is great.
I mean, once you try it, if you really like the game, and then it was like you played maybe a couple of times,
Hmm.
then maybe you should try to jump right away with the next. I don't know if right away with the two, but I think it's simple enough to put those two together and just play at once.
Yeah.
From the beginning. let's say when you're trying to add expansion, because you
Yeah,
will really feel like, okay, nice. It's more, but it's not overwhelming. You
I
know,
see.
it's not overwhelming, and it's more fun. It gives you more option. It makes more
Okay.
sense for you just to be a kamikaze and kill yourself, your warriors, and doesn't care about them because they will enjoy Valhalla. It's
Mm.
okay. This is what
That
they're born to be, and
yeah.
it's amazing. So this game is
Okay.
great. I really like it. But like I said, adding Raider, North Sea, Fields
Fields
of
of
Pain,
Fame
Hmm.
and Hall of Heroes.
makes it great.
That's it for me.
That's a must
Um,
then.
yeah, and the other game, I don't want to present it. I just want to talk right
Okay.
quick because I have talked about a lot of times, and this is a game that is close to my heart. And also is one of my favorites is Everdell.
Catan?
Everdell. Oh yeah,
Catan,
I
yes.
forgot.
Catan expansions? All right,
Catan,
Everdell.
Catan for kids. Yeah. Um,
What's their
Everdell.
what's
So
the
the
expansion?
expansions Pearlbrook. I'm
Oh,
talking
oh
about.
yeah, I just have a couple expansions.
It
Spell
has
Couple?
it was
Four.
four.
Four
Four.
expansions. Yes,
I
not a
forgot.
couple.
Yeah, yeah.
No. And it's just because when you have the base, then they give you another model, and then they add you another one, and they put another, and then you have this
There's multiple
enormous,
And then the
modules.
big
Yeah.
boss.
gorgeous board
Hmm.
with a great game to play. Is just like why you. The sad part is, unfortunately, when you have new players, you cannot show this game with expansions right away. That would be definitely overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
have to start from the
A lot of
beginning, and
modules.
then it was like, okay, it's fine. Okay, you
Hmm.
like it? Yeah, I like it. Okay, so you really like it because you really like it, right? And then it's
Hmm.
like, okay, don't push that hard. I just like it. You like
I
it, you
just
will
said
sit
it to make you feel good.
and
I
you
don't
will
like it.
try the expansions, and you don't argue
Uh,
that.
Ouch.
Anyway, I liked it,
fair enough.
and
Fair enough.
I didn't know. Like I said, it was one other case that I didn't know need I needed the expansions, but I really realized at some point that I needed.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I just enjoy playing with those expansions, so there are a must. So if
They
we
make the
have,
game better for you.
phew, a lot better,
Okay,
even because
so you rather
what
play Everdell with expansion than
what
just Everdell.
one key part of this game that I love the most is that when just few actions, you can make your thing grows just like in
Yeah.
real life. You can make
Yeah.
this grow,
Oh.
and
Hmm.
yeah, you got it.
Okay.
And
All right.
basically, what you're doing is doing the same. The only difference is that you have more choices, more to think and worry about, but it's
Hmm.
okay, and that diversifies your strategy, which I
Fair
love.
Okay.
enough. Yeah,
Which I
it
love.
refreshes the game, I guess.
Definitely. Yeah. What about you?
See,
Tell
what
me.
about me?
Tell me
Well,
what.
what
Tell me.
about everybody? Because apparently, see, Mandy
Uh-huh.
was saying that they counted and they have maybe played 5 expansions.
Is it five expansions in total of the total
I
collection,
that's
or
what it sounded like that they
Hold on.
have
Let me
played
see.
5 expansions.
Pearlbrook. Spirecrest is the one with the Pearlbrook, Spirecrest, and yeah, right, yeah, it's Belfast. I don't know.
Belfast?
Belfast. Thank you. That's the
Mm-hmm.
third one, and then the last two that came with the big box. You're right, Mandy. Thank you so much.
Mm.
Five expansions.
Wow.
Mischief
Okay.
something, and
Yeah,
yeah.
but I don't know if she was talking about five
New Sleep is the
expansions
other one.
about 5 expansions from Everdell, or they were
Or
talking
five
about five
expansions
expansions overall from all board games they have
from.
played. They have
Yeah,
only done five.
No,
that's
forever
what.
though.
Oh,
I see.
okay.
She also
Five
mentioned
forever
that
though.
they also mentioned that they weren't a fan of role player, but it seemed really basic. But then that everyone told them to get the expansions, that it makes it better.
Role
But the
player is
expansions are
amazing,
quite a
Mandy.
bit
Come on.
expensive. Role
Come
player
on.
is okay.
No, I mean roleplay is amazing. Just let it cry. Let it cry. It's okay. It's an expression of the human thing.
Let her.
Bring it to us.
Yes.
So yeah, I think role player is one of those games that needs the expansions as well. I agree with Mandy. because the base game is okay, but man, the expansions are just amazing, 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 amazing. And the more you play it with the expansions, it's one of those games that you cannot go back and just play the base game
I
anymore.
think I have played just the base game, but I also think that there's one that you add. Is it animals to
Oh
the
yeah,
game?
Fins and Familiars.
Oh,
Fins and familiars, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Fates and Familiars. That's the one. That's the one that I received lastly from Thunderworks. They
mm-hmm,
were too kind and they sent me a copy of that expansion.
Mm,
I haven't played it here
hmm.
at home.
mm-hmm.
I played before, but
Okay.
I haven't played here, and I'm just trying to get the game on the table as soon as possible because this is also one of my shout of shame at this moment at home.
Fair enough.
It's
So
definitely a really game that it's
you
worth
have
to play with
all
expansions.
the expansions.
There's two expansions, man.
I'll
Just
just
Fair
Friends
check.
and
enough.
Familiar, Friends and Familiar, and the other one is the one
I
with the.
I have tried the base game and it felt okay. It felt okay.
Okay.
And a lot of people compare it to Sagrada,
Mm,
uh, because you're trying to place dice in a specific way on a grid.
But
Uh,
this game is much more than Sagrada. It's
it's more.
well,
much, much
I think
Sagrada
more.
it's more
doesn't.
thematic.
Sagrada is a bit more in the abstract, and
Yeah,
role players
Yeah.
trying to put
true.
theme to it. Um, but it's just a matter of how you want to see it. Uh, yeah.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah,
And when
Manu, they say
when they
that they were
just.
actually talking about their current collection, so they have only played 5 expansions.
Hmm.
See,
Oh,
and I think I want the same. I'm like I struggled so much to try new games that I can barely try the base game. I haven't had the time to try the expansions. Uh but that's now. Back when I had less games,
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I had more time for expansions, and one of those games that I got to play quite a bit, and you guys probably know it. It is Cyclades.
Of
Um,
course.
of
Why
Yes,
not?
you
course,
know it.
that game I played
Mm-hmm.
Why
so much
not?
back in the
What a
day.
surprise!
There's two big expansions that game has. One of them is Titans, and the other
Hmm.
one is Hades. And the game is good. The game is like good by itself. Uh, but once you try the expansions, it starts to feel vanilla. It starts to feel simple.
Mm.
I really like Hades. Hades adds modules, and it really just spices up the game. Like it really just adds like a lot of flavor to it. It's like, okay, you like the base flavor. Here is a lot more. How about you try some sprinkles? How about you try some whipped cream? How about you try it really makes it.
On me? On
It,
me? That's
what
okay then.
it gives
Chocolate? You want to
it
add
adds
chocolate too?
it adds a lot more layers to the game. It's
Woo.
the first layer is really good, and this just adds more layers to it, which makes it more it makes it
Okay.
deeper.
So what's the
Um,
cherry on top, Axel?
the
Me.
cherry on top, it's Minerva. Minerva
Oh,
is not good.
no, for cyclists.
Over Cyclids.
Woohoo.
The other expansion,
Uh-huh.
Titans.
Mm,
Titans changes the game. No,
okay.
Oh,
so it
okay.
really changes quite drastically, because in the base game you're trying to figure out how to go around this archipelago of islands, right? You need boats to get to the next island, but in Titans, it's one big island,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't necessarily need the boats. So it becomes more of a risk kind of feel, where you are trying to fight with each other's armies.
Woo.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
This is an excellent game. It's definitely one of my favorites. Yeah, and I got to play both expansions quite a bit. I think I prefer Hades because I like the base game feel. And what I mean by that is that you can win without military, without battle actions. You can sneak in a victory. Whereas if you go with Titans, it
Fight,
promotes the
fight, fight,
military,
fight,
right?
fight, fight.
It promotes the fighting more. So it
Hmm.
really that's great, because then it caters to what people want. You wanna do more fighting? Get Titans. You like the
Mm-hmm.
base game, but you want more options? Get Hades. And of course
More
you can get
chocolate.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course you can mix all three of them. But yeah, Cycle is definitely one of the games I
Mm.
have played the expansions the most, for
If
sure.
you're a collector, then you want them all.
Yes, you want them all.
Like Pokemon. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I
Adri,
think. Mhm.
is there any other expansion you want to talk to about?
That's funny that you're talking about Titans, actually,
Oh yeah.
and Hades as well, because one of the expansions I really love, because I really love Hades and I really love Disney, is
Oh,
Villainous Wicked to the Core.
to the
Mm.
core.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've enjoyed playing a lot with Hades since that's my favorite villain.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
And
But this is the most difficult billion to win a game in that.
I
It's
know,
terrible.
I, I
That's,
know, but I love it.
yeah, I know, I
I
know. I
love
mean,
it.
I thought the same the first time I played. It was yeah, totally, definitely. I don't, I want to win with Hades because
Mhm.
it's amazing.
So
It's
great.
it's awful. It's awful. It's terrible trying to win with that
You're
guy.
supposed to start your turn with the three titans in the Mount Olympus.
So, but
Ooh.
it's impossible. Anyway, yeah, I
It's
get it.
really hard, but this is one of my favorite expansions. I don't own it, but I played it enough. And yeah, that's when I actually wanted to mention that one. And the
Mm-hmm.
last one that I wanted to mention
Mm-hmm.
is one that I have, which is Meadow
Ah,
Downgrade,
Meadow.
Meadow.
because it adds a lot more
The
replayability to
river.
the game. It adds the river, it adds more cards to the base game,
Some
it
more
adds
content.
more cards to the solo game too, and the board is double layer,
That's
so it's
Mm-hmm.
correcto.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
Nice.
great.
correcto. Hmm.
Nice.
That's a really good expansion to acquire if you really enjoy playing Meadow. So
Yeah, I
Perfect.
agree. I agree.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Mr. Max Maple, is there any other expansion you want to mention?
Yeah, just a couple of mentions. You know, overall,
Yeah.
I seen Adri just right on to your left. You have Wingspan. So yeah, all those
Wingspan
expansions that you have
expansions.
over there.
yeah,
Which expansion from Wingspan or all of them are
Oh,
great?
all of them. Yeah, I like to see the deck of
I don't have all of them.
1,000 cards. Piled up, just this size.
He likes to
Uh,
shuffle it one
all
by
the way.
one.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, that's one of the things I like it more. Uh, no, but it's interesting. The way they added different mechanics on every expansion, and you can identify which cards are from every expansion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Not just because they have this mini
Leather.
level on the no, no, no.
Yeah.
It's because the new powers that has on every expansion, you can identify them, and then I'm already expecting the new ones. I mean, the upcoming
Yeah,
Yeah.
For the I think it's South America, Africa. I don't know, Antarctica, maybe, I don't know. But even though, yeah, I think Wingspan it's most tried with at least one of the expansions, and my favorite so far is the European expansion
hmm,
Okay.
because it added these powers at the end the blue powers that
Mm-hmm.
scored you at the end of every round. So
Mm-hmm.
hmm,
that will also make you gain points or something, not just focus on the things that you're doing and then wait until the very end of the game. So
Right.
that's one of the things that I like the most on Wingspan for that particular expansion. And yeah, I think I just talked about the mainstream games, which is shame of me.
That's all
Um,
right. That's
it's
all
all
right.
right.
They're mainstream for a reason. They're great.
True.
but at the same time, it's like I was expecting
You
more from myself anyway.
That's
you
all
want me
good.
to tell you a secret?
Okay,
We love
yes.
secrets.
Okay, hold on. Can we save it for the paid
What?
channel or not? No, we don't have it that anywhere. We don't have that
Not yet. Not
yet.
yet.
Not
Not
Okay, so
yet.
yet.
you can say it. So you can say it now. Yeah. Uh-huh.
This was one of the first games in my collection,
Okay.
Wingspan.
and I haven't played it. I haven't played my copy.
Oh my goodness. It's because you got it for as a collector. You got it, to look
I
pretty.
played it the first time. It wasn't my copy, but I played it
Hmm.
once with one of my ex friends.
Hmm.
Okay.
Loved it so much that I needed to get it. I
Okay.
got it
Okay.
with two expansions, and I haven't
Nice.
had the
Nice.
time to play it. or people.
Does
Um,
it does it does it all those they have the what's the call the wrapping paper
Oh no,
still
it's
or
it's
already
true.
open because I've done content with the
Okay,
games, but
oh yeah
I
yeah
haven't
yeah
of
actually
course.
played the games.
You gotta check that
okay
everything's in there.
Yeah.
You know, what if the box is empty?
yeah what if
What
exactly
if?
another what if.
Yeah, no, I checked it.
Um,
It's
Okay,
yeah,
complete.
nice. Okay, I
nice.
Sorry.
got you. I got you. What about you, Axel? Do you have
What
any
about
other
me? You
game?
know what? As you were talking about the Raiders of the North Sea, I remember
Oh.
Uh huh.
that I have a game for which I don't have the expansion, but I tried it on Tabletopia,
Hmm.
which
Yeah.
is Champions of Midgard.
Oh.
Oof.
Uh,
Mwah. I
I
forgot about
think the
those.
base game it's okay. I do not like the heavy luck that the dice have. Like you can have the best preparation, but then if you roll terribly, you literally just wasted the entire round. You just wasted it, wasted everything, all your actions in one roll.
That's because you don't know how to play. But yeah, go
I don't know
on.
how to roll
Go
apparently,
on.
but but if you get Valhalla,
Yes, sir.
now you don't lose everything, even if your dice are terrible and your soldiers
Die.
die, they will still have a function. You'll still get something, not just nothing, which is
Mhm.
Mm.
makes it less punishing for luck.
Okay.
So I think if you have champion midgards, you definitely need the Valhalla expansion.
Mhm.
It's just great.
Which, by
I
the way, is very,
hmm.
very difficult to acquire.
Yeah,
It took me like a
yeah.
year.
Mm.
Wow, she's thinking
she
she's trying to get the
Ready to
opinion as
sleep.
well.
she likes to get comfy.
Nice.
Just like me, I feel you, sis. No, but yeah, it took me like a year to get the
Expansion.
expansions, both because there is Valhalla and the other one is the one with the guy that I don't remember the name.
I
There's
don't
another
remember the other one, but
well,
Valhalla is definitely the one that brings the
and
Valhalla expand mechanism,
yeah,
where your dice that die or that you lost
hmm
will give you a benefit at the end of the round.
yes, sir. Yeah, no, definitely. I totally agree with you. And
Yeah,
but yeah,
because
they're
before that
difficult.
expansion, I did not like the game that much. It was kind of frustrating.
Oh, oh
Okay,
no.
But
okay,
with the
okay.
expansion, I was like, okay, it's fine. If
Also,
if things go bad, it's not the end of the game, pretty much for you.
but don't you think that honestly, playing
Hmm.
games virtually when you roll the die is like I don't think it feels the same. It feels
Oh no,
fair because you are not throwing the dice. It's like it's not
yeah,
my luck.
right.
You
It's
know?
whatever
It's not
the
me. It's
it's
just
whatever the computer wanted, whatever the software wanted. But
yeah, exactly.
still, though, I mean,
Is it
you're talking
is
to
it
someone that rolls really bad.
is it hard to play Champions of
Champions?
Midgard?
No, it's a basic worker placement. You're gonna put your workers to collect food and soldiers, which the soldiers are dice,
Hmm.
and they have it's a six-sided dice. Some sides don't have anything, blanks, which means that you failed, and some have like a one or a two,
Or
in turn,
shields.
or shields. Because what you want to do is bring this. You're gonna send these soldiers that you acquired during the worker placement phase to fight monsters that will give you points.
Okay.
Um, and to fight the monsters, you have to roll a specific number of swords, and the monster will
Hits.
attack you too. So if you roll shields, you will prevent some of the attack. For every attack that you did not prevent, you will have to kill one of your dice. So yeah,
So
imagine you roll blank. So
okay.
you didn't do any damage. And
Mm-hmm.
then the monster does 3 damage to you.
I
Your
know.
three soldiers die, and you did nothing.
But still, I there is one thing that you're probably missing in that part, that explanation. There are some ways for you to avoid those casualties. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can spend horns to reroll,
Yeah, so there is
or
some tokens that you can spend to
Mm-hmm.
yes,
reroll. I don't remember if it's one or all dice.
you can
I
you
think it's
can you can you
one.
can you can reroll any number of dice you
Any
want with one per
horn.
horn, right?
Okay. So yeah,
You
there
can
are
keep
some ways
some,
to
and then
mitigate the
Okay, the damage.
results.
also there are also some other powers, scars, etc. But I'm not saying maybe because it was just the first time I played and I like it. I don't
Yeah.
remember how it goes,
Yeah, yeah.
but still, I agree with the expansion. It's definitely you feel different and you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's compare with Raiders that from the beginning, when you lose some of your fighters in battle, those those fighters that you lose during the combat, they will give you some points at the end of the game. But then with the expansions, those
Mhm.
warriors, they will also give you more things, but from the
During the
beginning,
game.
or from the very base game,
Hmm.
Yep.
they give you something, at least something minimum, but they will, like Axel said, it doesn't feel like a total waste of
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that if I decide to watch a how to play video from Mr. Rodney Smith, I will be able to play it on Board Game Arena,
Yeah.
Which one?
Champions of
Champions.
Oh
Network.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
personally think
Yeah.
Champions
It's
is less
fairly.
complicated to learn than Raiders, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Right?
so.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think the same. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Just
Because
the
it's
idea.
there.
Excellent.
It's on BGA. So
Oh
Yeah.
really? No way.
Champions
Everything's
of
on
Set
BGA
Network, yes.
apparently.
set up a why I do
That's why I
Let's
am
play it.
telling you. I need
Let's
to
play it.
learn
set
it
up
so that you don't
after we finish this
get my ass.
live, we can go directly and I teach you how to play. This is really simple.
Perfect.
All
There you
right.
go. Uh, yeah. Mandy was saying too that they were talking that they do have some expansions, but they mostly focus on getting expansions for games that they really like. Which
Right.
that's the right way to do it instead of going all
Exactly.
in on Kickstarter and
Oh,
getting 20 expansions for a game that you don't even know if you like.
True.
Definitely not something I have done for sure.
oh,
No,
like
not at
site
all. Not
site
at all.
terraforming Mars. Go
Castle
good, good.
Burgundy, Outer Rim, Starlands. Yeah, I mean that's the
Mhm.
way you should do it. You like the base game, you want to get more, and
Yeah.
that's totally
I
fine.
I have never played an expansion from Castles of Burgundy, even when I love the game. I
Mhm.
have the new version that
Uh-huh.
includes the expansion. I haven't played the expansion. Shame of me. I really need to play the expansion because some folks that I've already played said like the same thing that all we all said. Once you play the game with expansions, you'll never want to play it with the base game. It was like,
Okay.
okay,
I
yeah,
feel
don't push
too
it
too
that hard.
blunt.
So yeah, that yeah,
No.
Fair enough.
yeah,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
I'll try that.
All
Excellent.
right.
Well, are there any other expansions you guys want to mention before we move on
Oh,
to
from
the spicy section?
our poll that we posted
Oh
on the
yes,
Instagram account, we
that's
just
Oh
true.
yeah.
received another comment from what's the name, Audrey?
Wingspan girl, Gosha.
Yes, Gosha.
Yep.
Thank you. I always forget about the name. Sorry. She mentioned
It's okay.
her name is Wingspan Girl for a reason. So
Yep.
that's
Hmm.
why she
True.
prefers, and she mentioned the expansion of Wingspan, and she prefers which one? Asia or Oceania? I don't remember. Let me
No,
see.
she
She
Let me
mentioned
said
remember.
Asia,
Asia.
the last one.
Asia,
Asia.
Hmm.
Is that the
Asia.
one with the nectar tokens?
No, that yeah. No, that's
Oceania.
Oceania.
I think that's Oceania. Yeah, you're right.
Hmm.
Right.
Asia. Yeah. 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 Oh
Asia
man,
is the
some
one, the two
expansions.
player, the two-player game, right?
That's correct, though. That's correct,
Oh,
Commando.
The last one. Hmm.
Yes. Yes.
nice.
Yes.
Nice. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for
Perfect.
sharing.
Yeah, Mandy says the binder is amazing and so many cool new things. Thank you, Mandy. Now I feel more guilty for not playing with expansions. Thank you.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Uh-huh.
All right. Do you guys have any spicy news that you want to share with us? Anything that we should be looking at? Anything you heard of? Excited
Audrey,
for?
they're
Adri?
talking to you.
Oh, talking to me.
Yeah, sorry. Do you have any news? You are the news person. Like
Yeah,
I am the
you
news
seem to know
person.
all the things that are
yeah.
happening.
Okay. So at some point I was interested in a game that is called Rebel Princess,
Rebel
Okay.
Princess. Okay.
but I don't actually know what happened to it. But it turns out that Bezier Games took
Mm-hmm.
over,
Yeah.
so they will be releasing the game for Gen
Let's see your
Con
games.
2024.
Oh,
So it's
what's the
going
game
to
Mm.
about?
be Rebel Princess Deluxe Edition.
Okay.
Rebel Princess.
That's a good question, but it's all about princesses, so I had to be there. Like Snow White, Little Mermaid, Cinderella, like the
Okay.
fairy tale
Okay.
princess. Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I'll take a
It
look on
looks
that one.
really nice.
And that,
Yeah, you should. I mean,
Okay.
for your kiddos, it's a card game actually, so trick
Hmm.
taking as well.
Okay.
mhm,
Yeah,
Okay.
there
Fair
you go.
enough.
it
Yeah.
looks really nice.
Excellent. So
It
so
will worth to take a look.
releasing this year.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
Like, do you
Yeah,
think there'll
it,
be
it, it's
copies
it's
available to
Gen
buy at
Con
Gen Con or
it's
this
just
year,
demo?
right?
there. I think it will debut at Gen Con 2024
Okay,
in August. I don't know if they're gonna be like releasing it right now, but those are
Okay.
like the news that I've heard.
nice,
I
excellent.
see. I
Hmm.
see.
What were you
Okay.
asking me, Paul? Are there any
Hold
games that
on.
you're excited for?
Hold your horses because we
Hold
want to
my
include as
horses.
well from Andy that he's
Oh,
been here for.
nice.
He
Yeah,
said that expansion for Earth is coming.
Yeah, I
Earth,
see
is.
that too.
the
Or
game that a lot of people mention is the replacement of. It's not a
Arc
replacement, but
Nova.
an option from Arc Nova. So like
Mm.
Arc Nova was an option for those guys that don't want to play Terraforming Mars, you know. And now they
Really?
say that they. I mean,
No,
those were the rumors.
I heard they were comparing to Wingspan.
What?
To
Yeah,
Arc Nova. No, to Arc Nova.
Arc
Okay.
Nova.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Don't make me tell you gross word right now.
What are you talking about? It has nothing to do with
Animal.
Arc
It's just
Nova. Just
Terraforming Mars
the
is just
team.
you play cards
From
and
a
play.
mechanic point of view, Earth and Arc Nova have nothing in
Oh,
common.
I think you were talking about Arc Nova and Wingspan.
No, no, no. I'm saying
No,
Earth
Okay.
and
Thank you.
Earth
Wingspan.
and Wingspan.
Okay. Yeah.
Earth and
Maybe.
Wingspan.
Maybe.
I thought
Maybe.
that they were the ones that were being
Okay. I'm
compared.
just well. In that point, I I respect that. I didn't hear that.
Oh,
But
by the way,
I
yeah,
don't
Mandy
know.
has to go. Thank you for being here
Thank
and
you,
leaving all
Mandy.
the
We
comments.
love you.
So yeah, I didn't know if there is a fair comparison between games. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's what they say. The people in the social media they were
The
mentioning that
internet
the
voices.
internet whispered that you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I just listened to them and replicate what they were saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, part of that. I have some sad but happy news to share with you
Okay. Sad but
Mm.
because
happy.
there is another it's another week trying to get a copy of Forest Shuffle on any local gaming
Oh,
store
no.
Oh
around my
man.
area.
Please, anyone who watches the show, send this
Another
man a
another
forest shuffle.
unsuccessful week without the game. But here is the happy part. So the publisher has just announced that there is a reprint that
Mhm.
coming that also
To
is with the
Kickstarter or
expansion.
retail?
No, it's just they are not. This is not
They
boldly
don't
like
do
that. It's just they're
Kickstarters.
directly to retail,
Straight to your
straight to
favorite
retail.
store.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Excellent.
the reprint is ongoing, and as
Mhm.
well the expansion
Okay.
that we are currently playing on BGA.
Hmm.
So that are the sad bad news so far.
So
But
another
on the
week
same,
without forest shuffle, but it's coming soon.
but it's
It's
coming soon. That's the rest. Yeah, that's short long history.
Yep.
But there is another part of this story that I don't know how to consider it either bad or good, which
Mhm.
Okay.
is I've been pushing to get Forest Shuffle for quite a long time now. I don't know, whatever.
Since episode one.
But they, of course, maybe before that, and they also announced that there is another game or version of the game coming later. No, sorry, next year. Think so, or later this year, which is Dragon Shuffle, which is
What?
the Dragonized version of Forest Shuffle.
They learned from Wingspan, huh?
Right, and that's also the sound
Wait, is it
all
gonna be
over.
exactly the same game, just
That's what they
with a
said.
different skin?
That's what they said is instead of putting
So the same
trees, you have.
effects, the same,
Not the effects, but there should be something different.
who knows? I mean, it could literally just
For his
be.
Dragon Shuffle, they don't even bother on changing the shuffle part of the game.
I
It's
mean, you still
just
have to
drag.
shuffle the cards, right? So makes sense.
Indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
think that was true, or that was a
Was
No,
that they
news.
were lying to you, April's Fools?
no, I think it was true. Honestly, I think so because
Let us know in the comments.
otherwise, I will,
Let Mask Maple know in the
I
comments.
will, I will say that this was my April's Fool comment in the chismecito. So
Oh,
it's up to
Okay.
them. It's
You're
up to
passing
them.
on the you're
You
passing on
know.
the
So if
we'll
it
never
is or
know.
not, even it
we'll
was,
never know.
even if it was a joke or true, it's not on me. It's on them. I'm
It's
just
All
on
like
right.
I
them.
said. I'm just a channel,
Do not come to
replicating the
us and
news.
say Mask
But
Maple told me that there was going to be a Dragon X.
the news that are 100% true are the second print of Forest Shuffle is underway. That
To your
also
house.
comes with the expansion, hopefully. So,
Excellent.
what's the?
Excellent.
It's Lookout Games address, the publisher. Lookout
Lookout
Games.
games.
So
Yeah, we
Lookout
really.
Games sponsor us, sending
Please.
a copy of the game to all three of us,
Straight
please.
straight to the after game night headquarters.
Yes, please. We will
Excellent.
really appreciate it, the consideration. We promise to keep talking about the game from the rest of the season.
Well,
That's
no, they
okay.
won't. Now they won't send it because if they send it, then your quest for getting a copy will be done.
Yeah, but they will start another quest, which is making my friends to
To
win the
get their
game.
own copies. Very well,
Yeah,
very
you
well.
see.
You know
Yeah,
what?
of
For me,
course. Why not?
I was scrolling through Instagram as you know every human does,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and I came across one of my favorite publishers, which is Board and Dice, and I saw that they are
Ah,
coming with a new game that looks beautiful. I don't understand why there is no more
fantastic.
games covering this theme. Their game is Rift Project.
Rift Project.
And
Yes,
you know,
sir.
knowing
Mhm.
Board and Dice, they do medium heavy Euro games, and they said that this is gonna be a Euro game, and it's gonna be a release in Gen Con. So I am super excited to see
Ooh.
what that game's how that game is gonna play. Just the theme itself looks amazing, you know.
So this is the confirmation that you're attending Gen Con because this is just you just needed a reason, small reason, a
Now I
small
have a
push.
reason.
Now you have the reason.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
saw that
I
too.
saw it and I was super
Nice.
excited. I think I usually get their newsletters and I think they have other games in their lineup that they might be releasing or talking about later.
Yes. Yes.
But I'm excited that this is one of them for sure.
But not spoiling here, please. Not
Nothing. No
spoilers.
spoiler
No
alerts.
spoilers.
Yeah,
But yeah,
just what is allowed to share.
exactly. Of course,
True.
of course.
Nice.
Excellent. Well, I think that was a success. I think
So
that was
far.
another successful Monday talking about board games.
Oh,
True.
thank you. Thank you so much. Like I said, Mondays are always hard. And this is just like the release after you, like, how it feels.
After a long difficult weekend, you know.
After a long, difficult weekend,
Playing board games physically and
it's exhausting. Come on.
uh-huh.
Yes, yes.
It took me an entire day to recover from that long weekend every time, and every time it's getting
Mhm.
harder.
Poor
Well,
Uh,
thing.
that's
straight
adulting.
words, straight words. And
Mm,
if by any chance some of you guys would like to, share comments like what are the expansions that you really enjoying and like to play, don't forget to put some comments and do all the things that every single person who watch a video on YouTube should do, which is, click the bell icon and subscribe and
Subscribe.
comment,
Yeah.
whatever. We
yeah,
promise
don't be
that
shy. Leave your
don't be
comments. We like
shy.
to
Yes,
listen,
thank you.
to read your comments and learn
Yeah,
about
just
new
like
games.
Maddie did tonight.
Yeah, there were
True.
Yes,
many
sir.
games that I hadn't heard of
Mhm.
before that that have piqued my interest.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Yes, yes.
Thank
Well,
you.
friends,
Thank you, friends.
thank you for the chat. Please stay hydrated. I see that mask people stays hydrated. Excellent. Be like mask people.
Yes,
And
please.
like he said, don't forget to subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and we expect you next Monday to
Next
continue
Monday.
talking about board games.
Hopefully,
And don't
yes.
forget, you can also follow us on our own accounts, Mask and Meeple, Wonder
Oh,
Meeple, and Dyson Amigos. All of us on
shit.
Instagram.
Ah,
Um,
Ah.
damn.
perfect.
Fuck.
Perfect.
There,
There you go. One day we'll
here.
get it right.
Here.
No, never.
Right here.
But yeah,
Right here.
Yeah,
yes,
here.
somewhere
Perfect.
around here you can see. I
Here.
mean, if you're not blind and you're watching us, you know how to
You
follow
know
us.
how this goes.
Yes,
All
Yeah.
right, beautiful people. Have an excellent weekend, and we'll be
week,
seeing you in the
week and then
next
weekend. Come on,
episode.
hi.
Excellent weekend. Yes, and week. Bye.
Thank you.
Burn,
Bye.
smiling. You don't realize I'm